Come try mini drivers. Let's call some companies out right now. Stop releasing clubs and then telling us it's not available.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
like,
terrible.
why are you telling people they can pre-order something and their pre-order gets back-ordered? That makes absolutely zero sense. Get it together. You know who didn't back-order something? Super Stroke. They got my grip on time.
Nice.
Come full circle.
And that was good on them after what you said about them.
They don't know.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
Well, you could have just put those up while we were talking.
So Miles, you're a day late and dollar
I
short.
would say, I remember my first time.
Love it.
So we've got the TaylorMade copper release P790s, and then the TaylorMade Mini Driver we just spent the last 10 minutes talking about.
Yes. I like the colorway.
And I like the old school TaylorMade.
If you want to buy a set, we have a set available. I don't think anyone's bought it yet.
Shameless plug.
What?
It's fine.
Business.
Yeah, it's all right. That's why I said shameless.
I mean, I'm going to go birdie on the Mini Driver, par on the irons.
Why par on the irons?
I would say par if you're playing them, birdie if they're going to be shelf appeal.
Okay.
That's just mine.
Par if you're playing them, birdie if shelf appeal.
Why?
So you don't think these are irons you would play?
No.
Why is that?
Because of the color?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't look at it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Valid point. I disagree, but...
So I'm going to go birdie flush on the Mini Driver.
Yeah,
flush on the Mini Driver. I haven't had a flush in a few weeks, but I know how many people this thing's have helped the last 2 years, so I'm going to go flush. But on the irons, it's birdie with an asterisk. If you come in, we can custom order these irons too. You don't have to buy a stock set while they're in limited production. But the stock shaft they put is a Tour Light and a limited edition set of irons.
Well, they did the same thing when they do their blackouts.
Correct. So
it's actually the same shaft. It's a run over.
I would have rather seen like a Money Taper 120, like just a little bit more premium shaft than a Tour Light for the price point of these. However, unlike last year, they are available through custom. So we do have the option.
They're $200 more a set.
And that's why I said with the asterisks is
compared to
they're making up for what they did last year.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say flush on both. I love
TaylorMade boy, yeah.
Well, I know I'm a TaylorMade guy, and I support my brand wholeheartedly.
Been drinking the Kool-Aid.
I think it's different, and I've always spoke on this before. I love innovation. I love something different, but more importantly, I'm a big copper guy. I like moonshine. But
big copper guy. Wow.
The only problem is that I don't think I could play either one of these irons. I just don't think it fits in my bag. I could have just a 4-iron in the 770.
That would be a flush. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Just like what that day we saw the 790 with the Mustang logo.
Oh, well,
I said that would look cool.
That
would look cool in a 2-iron or something like that.
If they can make some like in a fully forged MC, MB type head.
Well, there's a lot of proto irons coming out.
I know. And there's a new 770 that's going to be completely forged.
About time.
So they're going to lose the tungsten weighting in there. And I'm really excited about that iron. But I still like them. I think it's a flush.
Yeah.
But I will agree with what Kyle said. I think there needs to be, with a premium product like that.
Do a one-off shaft.
There's got, a one-off shaft. Like add some copper to the shaft and make it a high-end shaft of some sort.
Do something unique.
Yeah, something unique. A Money Taper with copper in it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to go birdie on both of them. I think the Mini Driver's good. And obviously, it has gained a lot more respect in the last couple of years because it's been shown that it's a viable golf club. It's not a one-dimensional golf club. Realistically, this is just a different finish on the same iron, and I think the copper is a cool finish. I like the way copper looks and how it ages and patinas over time.
I always like them.
So that's a
Mizuno
birdie.
does the copper wedge, right?
Yeah. They're
Well,
denim copper.
Obviously, TaylorMade did the copper high toes.
Well, and Mizuno did some limited release copper irons.
Is how is this going to stand up from guys hitting on mats and wear and tear, and how's it finish?
It's going to wear. And that's why I say, like, to me, I don't think this is a wall hanger set of irons. It's like, if you're getting these, like, you go and play them. Like, copper's made, copper should patina and age. And they're
golf clubs are expensive, so if you're spending money, go use them.
Yeah. So if you're wall hanging them, that's a bogey, if I'm being honest. But playing them, I think they're a birdie. They're cool. I like the copper.
If I was a Team TaylorMade guy, those would be a wall hanger set.
Nah.
Like I
Oh,
said,
jeez. I'm sitting there. I'm like 3D printing what?
All right, so since Bryson can 3D print his irons, he's going to also have to 3D print his green jacket.
yeah, can't win one.
Question is, can he get close enough to a green jacket to get it right, to 3D print it?
I will say he has gotten closer each year.
Yeah.
A lot closer than Rory.
Wow.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Did we talk about this last week with him? 3D
I think we
printing his
mentioned them
iron?
briefly. Yeah.
Yeah, so the company that Bryson's been working with, Voda Golf, they've been working with him on one-off 3D printed, is it bulge face? What are they?
Yeah,
Bulge
they have
and roll.
Bulge and roll.
Bulge and
Yeah.
roll. So it's like the first iron ever to have that. You mostly only have it on your woods.
Yeah.
The first iron ever to have it, and gets them on Tuesday. They conform with the USGA on Tuesday, and he puts them in play Thursday, shoots 65. And
Something went right.
yeah, I mean, his iron play wasn't
Yeah.
the bad part at Augusta.
No.
He just got into some positions where you have almost zero chance of making par or better.
Yeah, he had some bad decision making, and then he went stone hands with a putter.
Oh, yeah. I would say I think the look of them are going to be a flush for me. I like the simplicity of it on the backside. I don't know what that logo is. Does it say Pitt?
I think it's some other. Who knows?
No telling. I think Bryson's logo is awesome.
Yeah.
Like for a personal logo, the BD. But I would say birdie overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's par.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the one, I mean, not to pick on it. Like, it's cool, the technology, but out of all the prototypes Bryson's had the last 6 years, this is the most boring one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Go back to the OG Adele's.
I don't know. There's a lot of nuance to figure out to get proper shaping to the bulge and roll in a club face so that the golf ball flies
Also,
the way you can predict.
at his speed.
Yeah.
Well, and part of it's his loft. Like, a 7-iron lost 26 degrees.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
his
mean,
pitching wedge loft is 39 degrees.
Okay, but
So,
like I say, there's a lot. There, I'll let you say.
I will say every other golfer, though, with those lofts will not get the ball in the air.
Nah.
I will give a birdie for innovation and the fact that they're 3D printed and the bulge and roll. I think they look good. I definitely think that they did a really nice job of the shaping of the iron. But the reality is, no one else on this planet is going to hit that iron
Or
So-
can get it in the
or
air.
can get it in the air.
But my question is, can lessons learned from building and designing an iron like this be applied to the typical consumer golf club that the average golfer can play?
was gonna
I
say,
wouldn't be
I'd-
surprised
yeah,
if we.
I'd like to think so.
well,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, not to knock what he's doing, but for 20 years or 15 years, Callaway's had the cup face.
But the
Which is
cup
the
face is
opposite.
different.
But it's a
Cup face
play on this.
No, it's not. The cup face is totally different technology. The cup face, all it it's still a flat face that's designed to have some flex in it, trampoline effect similar to an iron face, but it's still flat. Once we start talking about having shape in a club face that's got bulge this direction and roll this direction, that's a entirely different animal. I mean, that's starting to design. We're talking about working with gear effect and a lot of physics that are really complicated. But they're all meant to make the ball fly straighter. And to Bryson's credit, and I think he takes a lot of flack sometimes. He gets made fun of for
There's
him
people
being.
this week that are saying that this should be a form of cheating, and I'm like, whoa, let's pump the brakes there because every single player on PGA Tour plays one-off clubs.
Right.
Tiger Woods played a golf ball that during Tiger's stretch, he played a golf ball that no one else had access to. He played he played a single core golf ball
Yeah.
that no one else could get. So if we're going to call Bryson cheating for trying to do 3D printed irons that make the ball go straighter, it's like, well, you're going to call Tiger Woods a cheater?
But I do think, I think that, and like I say, Bryson gets kind of picked on a little bit about being, a scientist or stuff like that. But name another player that's been doing more to push innovation in the game of golf. I mean, Bryson swings the golf club differently.
Tiger with the mind-focused golf balls.
Yeah.
The paint.
I mean, he's obviously he's developed these irons. He's worked on increasing speed and club head speed and ball speed. He's worked.
He's using a long driver.
I think something unique for Bryson.
Grips.
I made fun. Yeah, his grips.
He pretty much
he does everything his own
I say
way.
Matt Kuchar is a different style, but Bryson was the first player besides Matt Kuchar with the arm lock putter to be really
I was
successful.
going to say arm lock, and I was going to say, do we think graphite putter shafts would be as popular as they are right now if Bryson hadn't started using graphite in his putter? Name another more significant name that used graphite before Bryson. He really pushed to have that innovation for those graphite putter shafts and to make them as stiff as possible. Kind of got that talk started.
See, now Colin Morikawa's using them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Bryson, like I said, he gets picked on a little bit, but he thinks about the game in a little bit different perspective. And I feel like if the technology developed here, number one, 3D printing golf clubs, but developing bulge and roll on a club face, if that can help the average golfer hit the ball straighter.
There's going to be another company that will do bulge and roll.
Yeah, now they've got the groundwork laid out, right?
Now they know how to get it conforming.
Correct.
Because the USGA sets the parameters for everybody.
Yeah.
So
cool.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe, turn on the push bell notifications, and we'll catch you on the next one.